Hello everybody. All this happened about a week ago. As you saw from the title, we did our first show together and it was an equitation show. I'm starting this video out with the ride that I did before. I've been having trouble kind of with the distances and not being able to ride him as well to the jump as I would like. So with these first two jumps, you can see I'm super duper chipping him. So I gave him a break a little bit because I was like, I need to figure out what the heck is going on. We did do more work, as you can see, there's the poles and stuff. And I'm having a problem stabilizing my lower leg, and I'm not as in shape as I used to be. So I need to work on kind of my 2-point and my core strength a little bit, making sure my placement's good. So my distance with that one was a lot better. Very, very proud of him. And I'll kind of redo these jumps in slow motion, and you can kind of see, I wasn't supporting him with my lower leg. I wasn't in the 2-point that I wanted to be. Another thing I should preface is that I was trying to practice the automatic release, so I'm not leaning on his neck as much for support. You can see I kind of put my hands down for the automatic release, and the automatic release doesn't really do much if you're riding a complete dip nut, because you're still pulling your horse, you're not letting them stretch their neck out. But the distance for this one was a lot better. I did a lot better on my automatic release there. But here we are with the day of the show. This is my warm-up round. It was in the morning, so Draco was just kind of a little don't really feel like it. He was also upset that this wasn't a jumper show and it was an equitation show. So I was concerned about the line on the fence where there was going to be people and trees and stuff, so I wanted to do that line. And as you can see, this line is pretty freaking good. Spoiler alert, that's the last time that's going to happen. And so with this jump, you have to do a little rollback and go over that little gate. So I just wanted to make sure we had that angle figured out. I didn't support him that well. He was a little confused, got a little crossfirey in the hind end, which he kind of had a tendency to keep doing when he wanted to get a little excited. I didn't do as well as a job holding him together as I wish I did. And then just making sure he was cool with this oxer, and he loves that jump. Draco loves oxers. So he gets a little switchy on his hind end. He gets a little spooky around the judge's table. And so I go over and I take him over there. And I let him just kind of check it out because it's our warm-up round and we're able to do that. So might as well let him see it and see that life's good and that there's nothing to be really sketched out about. We also had a flat class before this, and I got second place because at some point she said counter canter, and I did not hear her. So I got second in that class. So this is our first, or technically our second judged round, but our first over fences class. And this is just general equitation over fences. I gave him a chip, and because I was so concerned about that, I didn't land as I should have, so I had to switch his lead real quick because we landed on the wrong one. Because I was so worried about the lead, I completely forgot what I was doing and what my course was. But our line was pretty good. I'm always making sure to be looking over the other jumps, and Draco was just ready to party. And the same thing, I didn't really read this distance very well, so kind of put some leg onto him and really asked him to go over it, and he saved it for us. Then we're going to go over to this gate here, and this time I was a lot better about supporting him in that turn, and we got a really good distance on it. And then he switches his lead in the hind end for me right here. And then going over this oxer, the distance was a little funky too, so I kind of just had to relinquish some and just let him figure it out, and lo and behold, we got over it. And so usually when I tend to try to get super fixie with him over something is when we always get a super awkward distance. And over that jump wasn't really judged, so I just took him back down and let him do the relaxation thing and let him just kind of hang out. And so then I walk him out of the gate. We got second for this one, and this next one is the medal equitation class. So it's a different course, and once we go over that oxer, we have to halt and back up. That's basically the only thing that made it a medal class. Oh, we had to trot to the gate jump, which you'll see me do. So we had a really, really good round. I really liked it. I was able to kind of get in my groove a little bit more. Draco was really trying to find the release in my rein a little bit, which I wasn't really prepared for because normally he's very like head high and ready to party. He did halt a little crooked, which was kind of my fault. I think he wasn't ready to be told to stop. So he just kind of halted crooked a little bit, and I didn't really want to fix it because I was about to win. So I just let him do it and just kind of do whatever. He gave me a really nice forward trot here. I wasn't too busy about the suppleness. He was clearly looking around at other things, and why put up a fight? Especially if it's equitation, why put up a fight? So that distance was a little funky, especially because we were trotting. I didn't know when he wanted to take off. Kind of saved me a little bit on that one, a little shorter than I would have liked it to be. And then we come around here. We're going to go to our line again. And even though it was perfect in the warm-up, for whatever reason, I had a really hard time trying to see the distance on that. But Draco kind of saved me every time, so thank God for him. And then we come back over this oxer. Such a good boy. He's so good, and especially like when I make a mistake, and he's so good about like taking over for me a little bit. I tried to get a little more into my corner there, and he was not really about it, but we kind of did. Beautiful over this line, 1, 2. Such a good boy. I'm ever so proud of him doing this. And he was just really feeling himself and really getting into the groove. But yeah, and so it was fantastic for our first show, and we ended up taking first in this. But yeah, he was so amazing. Like, I can't say that enough. And just, like I said, of me being able to make mistakes and him still kind of help me out. And we took home grand champion in our division. I look like a goob, but my horse looks amazing.